Riffical Records presents the Projekt Gemineye Update with your host, Mark Anthony K. Greetings, friends, and welcome to Projekt Gemineye Update number 35. So, it's that time of the year. It is autumn. I think the Indian summer has left us here. Nothing but overcast skies of late and colder temperatures. And I'm okay with that because I sort of like this weather, to be honest with you. First thing, just to make note of, I will be making a EPK, which is an electronic press kit for the release of A Brand New Day. I'm finding that a lot more bands are starting to do that, and I think that it would be beneficial for me to do one as well. Basically, it's just like doing a little 5-minute video about the making of the record and just answering some basic type questions. And it's kind of used for, for podcasts and magazines and stuff like that. They kind of watch them before they interview or talk to the artist. So I will be making one, and I'll be posting it for you guys to see once it's done. Also, the main reason for this video is I wanted to thank everybody for the great response to the first single that came out for the new album that will be coming out in November. I was very surprised at how well people reacted to it. I mean, not surprised. I mean, I thought that if you guys liked the last album, then you would probably like this album as well. Just to let you guys know, because it went so well, I decided that I'm going to probably put up one more song from the album before the CD comes out. I will be doing the CD first again, and the vinyl after. Hopefully this time it won't be as long a wait between the CD and the vinyl. And I'll get to that in a minute. Just let me go through a couple of other things I wanted to discuss really first. Yeah, I wanted to take this time to thank everybody who actually paid for the single. Not that you needed to. If you wanted to just listen to it just off the site, then I'm more than cool with that. There were several people who paid the $1.99, and there were several people who paid more than $1.99. And I thought it was important for me to come on here and to talk about this for a second. I've had a few people talk to me about if I should maybe look into doing a Patreon to help me with some of the funding of some of these things, like the costs for making the CDs and all those things that come with making a record. And I have a bit of a problem with doing a Patreon. For me, a Patreon strikes me as something that's very ongoing, and I'm not really in a situation that requires any kind of long-term financial commitments from people that I find who are supporting me in my music. So I don't want to do a Patreon. I'm just here to say basically that if you feel that you wanted to help in any way like that, then just simply paying the $1.99 for the single, or even if you wanted to pay more for it, just to let you know that every cent that comes in from that single, it doesn't go into my pocket and going to buy beer or anything stupid like that. It's going back into making music, making the best possible CD release and vinyl release that I can. And I think most people will agree that the vinyl release and the CD release, I think the CD turned out excellent, the packaging, but the vinyl was something I wanted to take great care in making to make it the best product for you guys who've been really cool and supported me. And I think one can agree that that turned out really well with the blue vinyl and with the poster and things like that. I think it was a really great release, and I want to rather spend any money I get towards making the next one just as good or maybe even better a release for you guys, because as my supporters and people who have been with me from the beginning, I think you guys deserve to have the very, very best. So again, if you guys feel like doing something like that, or if you haven't done it yet and feel that you just want to throw in $1 or $2 in there, then feel free to do it. There's no requirement to do it. Don't feel that there is to do that. But I'm just saying because a few people have brought up the whole Patreon thing, and I really have a problem with that because that just seems too long term, and I'm not in any kind of position where I would need something like that. Now, that's no slight to anybody who does do a Patreon. I'm sure they're great for many other situations, but I'm not in a situation like that, and I knock on wood and thank you for not being in that situation. So, one other thing actually two other things. Sorry if you just humor me here for a second. Sorry, I got a bit of a sniffle. The t-shirts and the hoodies, I had the links up, and the campaign usually ends after a week. I've decided, due to a few people asking me if they could go and order stuff after the fact, I'm just going to keep restarting these campaigns on an automatic repeat. I will try to see if I can find a way to just pin those links up at the top of the page so I don't have to keep posting them all the time, the same things. But just so you guys know that if you go to those same links that you might find in the page, down the page, or if I don't pin them at the top for you to see, then just know that they are going to be constantly running until further notice. So that's one thing. And the other thing is I thought it was important to bring up that I did do that podcast about a week ago on the Pottered in Hell podcast. I feel personally that it was one of the best podcasts that I did as far as people talking to me about my whole musical career. So I'd like to bring it up in case if any of you haven't had a chance to watch it yet, or sorry, to listen to it. It's an audio only. If you haven't had a chance to listen to it, I will put a link down in the description for you to check it out, and I kind of invite you to check it out because it's really good if you're interested in my road or journey to where I am now. It's a good podcast to listen to see, or to hear how I got to where I am today. So I think that's about it. Again, this was mainly a podcast. Jesus, I'm stumbling over everything. This was mainly an update to just say thank you for the single and thank you for your support. So again, thank you very much, and hope you guys are all having a great day, and I will talk to you guys again very soon. This is Mark Anthony K saying bye for now.